Imagine this, an organization dedicated to transforming the conversation around genius by placing Black artists and the Black creative ecosystem at the center. Allow me to introduce you to the Black Genius Foundation.
Genius Foundation is working hard to provide grants, awards, public programs, and digital initiatives to promote Black artists.
Now, the goal is to help even the playing field and getting exposure to Black artists. So we talked to the founder, Simone Eccleston. She is also known around here in D.C. as the Director of Hip Hop Culture and Contemporary Music at the Kennedy Center. Simone, just in 2021, you launched the Black Genius Foundation. What was the reason behind wanting to start this?
Well, you know, the Black Genius Foundation, it is an organization that is committed to transforming the conversation around genius by placing Black artists and the Black creative ecosystem at the center. It was born out of my lifelong mission to celebrate and invest in the intellectual and creative genius of artists of color, and also an extension of my 20+ year career of supporting visionary artists at renowned organizations like Harlem Stage and the Kennedy Center.
How would you define Black genius?
Black genius is the soulful expression of the extraordinary creativity, intellect, and ingenuity of African diasporan people, right? It is the way that we incite the imagination, the way that we move the crowd and stir the soul. You know, it is a byproduct of like moments of inspiration, but also, you know, a long-standing and unyielding commitment to craft.
Yeah, that's good. To make sure those voices are heard and that Black artists get the recognition that they deserve, they also need that funding, which is important, and someone to invest in them. What can we be doing to help make sure that their voices are heard on these stages?
I think that it really is about ensuring that artists have access to opportunities, that artists have access to critical resources, because what we know is that funding, having the financial resources in order to fuel your creativity is of the utmost importance and significance, right? Because it's like with resources, then you have the ability to make the decisions that you need in order to invest in yourself, in your creativity. It could include the capacity to rent studio space, to hire creative collaborators, to get new equipment. You know, it is about being able to have the financial resources in place in order to make sure that you could even take a pause to take a break to refuel your creativity. I think it's like if we provide artists with the resources that they need, they know exactly how to channel those resources in order to make the most impact. So I think for us, it is about not just providing platforms for the presentation of their work, but ensuring that they are adequately resourced, because it's like with the resources, they can make the decisions that they need in order to support themselves and their creativity.
I want to ask you, Simone, about the Black Genius Brain Trust. This is awesome. I'm looking at this list of people, and you have got some award-winning artists in here. What is the purpose behind this group of folks coming together?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So they are just an extraordinary community of visionary individuals who embody genius themselves, right? Through their creative practice and their professions. And so they serve as advisors and ambassadors. In addition, they help to contribute to programmatic initiatives of the Black Genius Foundation. And they really believe in our mission and our work. And so, you know, just like you mentioned, we have Emmy-nominated choreographers, you know, Grammy award-winning vocalists and composers, artists that are MacArthur Genius Fellows, you know, in addition to award-winning directors and filmmakers. And so, you know, what's beautiful is that as we even think about like where we are located here in the DMV area, several of our Brain Trust members have actually either hailed from the area or currently reside here. And so that's like Chloe and Maud Arnold. They are Emmy-nominated choreographers, tap dancers, and the founders of Chloe and Maud Productions. Rashida Bumbre, who is a renowned choreographer, curator, and she's the director of art and culture at Open Society Foundations. Jeriel Johnson, he's the senior director of diversity, inclusion, equity, inclusion, and belonging at Universal Music Group. Mark Bamuti Joseph, he's an artist, cultural strategist, and he is the VP of Social and Artistic Director of Social Impact at the Kennedy Center. We have Jonathan McCrory, who is a director, and he is the Executive Artistic Director at the National Black Theater in Harlem. And then Andre Perry, who is actually now based in Iowa, but he is a writer and wrote a recent book, Some of Us Are Very Hungry Now. And so, you know, I think what is beautiful is that within this expansive body of individuals, so many have hailed from the DMV region and or reside here.
This area is so special. When you look up people, I mean, so many people have come from here. So I'm glad they're all coming together and that you are bringing everyone together to make sure that Black artists have the chance to have their work seen and heard. Thank you so much, Simone, for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
So glad we could talk about this program. For more information, visit theblackgeniusfoundation.org.
And there you will find more information about upcoming awards and programming.